In the quiet corners of our hearts, there's a whisper, a profound connection to the divine that many often overlook. Picture this: the Virgin Mary, a figure of grace and strength, guiding us through turbulent times. As storms gather on the horizon, her presence reminds us to remain steadfast and united. Imagine her eyes, filled with compassion, urging us to nurture our faith and pray fervently. How often do we find ourselves caught in the daily grind, forgetting to pause and reflect? It's in these moments of silence that divine wisdom speaks. So let's take a moment to gather our thoughts and focus on what truly matters. When we pray, we not only seek protection, but also build a shield of hope around us. By connecting with that inner strength, we can weather any storm. Remember, it's not just about avoiding danger. It's about fostering a spirit of resilience and faith that can light the way. In today's world, it seems that everywhere you look, there are tensions and conflicts brewing, almost like a storm on the horizon. It's a heavy thought, isn't it? When we gather as a community, whether in our homes, places of worship, or even in casual conversations, we can't escape the reality that many regions are on the brink of significant confrontations. This sense of urgency weighs on our hearts and minds, pushing us to reflect on what we can do in the face of such turmoil. The air is thick with the cries for peace, and it's impossible to ignore the collective suffering that often goes unnoticed until it escalates into chaos. In these moments of uncertainty, the guiding light of the Virgin Mary shines brighter than ever. She has always been a source of wisdom and love, reminding us of the power of prayer and the importance of unity, especially during challenging times. The teachings of Mary resonate deeply, encouraging us to come together and seek solace in our shared faith. As we witness conflicts unfold across the globe, her message becomes a call to action, urging us to take a stand against despair and division. It's a gentle nudge to look inward and consider how we can contribute positively to the world around us. Recent reports from various regions highlight the impending crises that loom over communities, leaving many feeling anxious and vulnerable. The media brings these stories to our attention, but they often feel distant, like a flickering candle in a vast darkness. Yet it's crucial to remember that these are not just headlines. They are the lives of real people who are on the brink of suffering. The need for compassion and understanding is more pressing than ever. We must remain vigilant, not just in our awareness but in our actions, as we strive to be instruments of peace in a world that desperately needs it. As we contemplate the challenges ahead, it is essential to embrace the spirit of prayer that Mary exemplifies. Prayer is not just a ritual. It is a profound connection to the divine and a powerful means of invoking peace. It allows us to express our hopes, fears, and desires for a better world. In these moments of contemplation, we can find strength in the knowledge that we are not alone. The Virgin Mary stands with us, interceding on our behalf, guiding our hearts toward love and compassion. This connection to the divine serves as a reminder that, even in the darkest times, there is always a glimmer of hope waiting to shine through. In unity, we can create a powerful force for good. As we come together in prayer, we not only seek protection for those in peril, but also cultivate a sense of belonging and solidarity within our communities. Our collective voice can resonate far and wide, reaching those who need it most. The time for action is now. We must not wait for the storm to pass, but rather prepare ourselves to be the calm in the chaos. By invoking the Spirit of Mary, we can foster an environment of love and understanding that transcends borders, cultures, and beliefs. When reflecting on the teachings of the Virgin Mary, we are reminded that patience, strength, and unconditional love are fundamental virtues we should strive to embody. Her life serves as a perfect example of maintaining faith amidst adversity. As we navigate through life's inevitable challenges, we can draw inspiration from her unwavering resolve. It is essential to cultivate a mindset that embraces hope rather than succumbing to fear. In doing so, we create a foundation that allows us to face whatever lies ahead with courage and grace. Prayer is often referred to as the most powerful weapon at our disposal. It is through prayer that we connect with the divine, seeking guidance and strength to endure the trials we encounter. In times of conflict and uncertainty, the act of prayer becomes a sanctuary for our souls, a place where we can lay down our burdens and find peace. Each prayer we utter is a step toward healing, both for ourselves and for the world around us. It is a reminder that we are part of a greater tapestry, woven together by faith, hope, and love. As we gather in our communities, it is crucial to remember that we are all brothers and sisters in this shared journey of life. The teachings of Mary encourage us to extend our hands and hearts to those in need, especially those who are suffering in regions stricken by violence and despair. It is easy to become consumed by our daily lives, but we must not forget the struggles of others. Their cries for peace and security should resonate within us, prompting us to take action, no matter how small. Every effort counts, and together, we can make a difference. In moments of prayer, we can focus on those who are facing the harsh realities of conflict. We can lift them up, asking for divine intervention in their lives. This is not just an act of compassion, it is a fundamental responsibility we have toward our fellow human beings. When we pray for others, we expand our hearts and minds, fostering a sense of empathy that is essential for building a more peaceful world. Our prayers can serve as a bridge, connecting us to those who are suffering and reminding us of our shared humanity. Let us embrace the teachings of Mary as we engage in this collective act of prayer. By coming together, we create a powerful energy that can transcend boundaries and bring about change. It is through our unity and shared purpose that we can cultivate an environment of peace and love. Together, we can be the voice for those who feel unheard, ensuring that their struggles are acknowledged and their hopes are lifted. In prayer, we find our strength, and in unity, we find our power. The life of the Virgin Mary teaches us that hope is not merely a fleeting emotion, it is a steadfast belief in a brighter future, even amidst the darkest circumstances. As we face the challenges that lie ahead, we must remain steadfast in our commitment to being beacons of hope and love. The world may seem overwhelming at times, but it is crucial to remember that our faith can illuminate the path forward. In the face of adversity, we are called to be champions of hope, inspiring others to see the light that exists even in the shadows. When we engage in prayer, we prepare ourselves not just spiritually, but also mentally and emotionally. It is a form of resilience that equips us to handle whatever comes our way. By seeking the intercession of Mary, we strengthen our resolve and remind ourselves that we are not alone in our struggles. Her presence in our lives serves as a comforting reminder that love conquers all, and through faith, we can overcome even the most daunting obstacles. Each prayer we offer is a step toward fortifying our spirits and reinforcing the bonds that connect us as a community. Moreover, as we navigate through life's challenges, we must remember that our actions can also speak volumes. Our commitment to kindness, compassion, and understanding can create ripples of hope that extend far beyond our immediate surroundings. Every small act of love contributes to a larger movement toward peace and reconciliation. The teachings of Mary urge us to be proactive in our pursuit of harmony, reminding us that we have the power to effect change in our communities. It is in our hands to create a world where love triumphs over hatred and where hope reigns supreme. In times of conflict, it is crucial to remain grounded in the belief that better days are possible. Each day is an opportunity to spread light and positivity, to reach out to those who are struggling, and to remind them that they are not alone. By embodying the spirit of Mary, we can inspire others to embrace hope and take action. Our collective efforts can serve as a powerful reminder that, together, we can build a world that values peace, understanding, and compassion above all else. As we move forward, let us hold on to the vision of a brighter future, one where love and hope guide our actions. The Virgin Mary's teachings serve as a compass, directing us toward a path of unity and strength. Through prayer and action, we can create a legacy of hope that will resonate for generations to come. Together, we can be the change we wish to see in the world, illuminating the way for others and fostering a spirit of love that knows no bounds. In the face of adversity, the teachings of the Virgin Mary remind us of the importance of unity and togetherness. As we navigate a world filled with conflict and division, it is crucial to remember that we are all connected by our shared humanity. The strength of our community lies in our ability to come together, support one another, and stand firm against the forces that seek to divide us. When we unite in purpose and faith, we can create a powerful force for good that transcends borders and differences. The call for unity is not just about physical proximity, it is about fostering a spirit of connection and understanding. It involves reaching out to those who may feel isolated or marginalized, extending a hand of friendship and support. The Virgin Mary exemplifies this spirit of inclusivity, showing us that love knows no boundaries. By embracing this ethos, we can create a welcoming environment where everyone feels valued and heard. It is through our collective efforts that we can foster peace and understanding in a world that desperately needs it. In moments of prayer, we are reminded of the power of our collective voice. When we come together, our prayers resonate with a strength that can move mountains. The act of praying for one another creates a sense of belonging, reminding us that we are not alone in our struggles. We are part of a larger tapestry woven together by love, hope, and faith. Through our shared devotion, we can uplift one another, fostering a sense of community that can withstand the challenges we face. Moreover, unity is not just about standing together in times of crisis. It is also about celebrating our diversity and learning from one another. Each person brings a unique perspective and experience to the table, enriching our collective understanding of the world. By embracing this diversity, we can create a more inclusive and harmonious community. The teachings of Mary encourage. When we think of the Virgin Mary, it's hard not to feel a sense of calm wash over us. Her patience is not just a virtue, it's a beacon of hope in our chaotic world. Imagine a mother who remains steadfast in the face of adversity, who teaches her children the value of waiting for the right moment. In a society that often craves instant gratification, Mary's example reminds us that some things require time and perseverance. It's in those moments of waiting that our faith can deepen and our character can grow. In our daily lives, we encounter situations that test our patience. Whether it's a disagreement with a loved one, a challenging work environment, or the uncertainty of the future, these moments can easily lead to frustration and despair. Yet when we look to Mary, we find an anchor. Her life was filled with challenges, yet she faced them with grace and composure. By reflecting on her strength, we can learn to approach our own difficulties with a similar mindset. Instead of letting impatience dictate our reactions, we can cultivate a spirit of resilience. Moreover, Mary's strength lies not only in her patience, but also in her unwavering faith. Every time we pray to her, we are reminded of how she placed her trust in God's plan, even when it seemed unclear. This teaches us that faith is a journey, not a destination. We might not always see the outcome we desire, but that doesn't mean we should lose hope. By holding on to our faith, we can find the courage to face whatever comes our way. Mary's example encourages us to embrace our challenges, knowing that they can lead to greater understanding and growth. The power of patience is also evident in how we treat others. In a world that sometimes feels divided, Mary's teachings encourage us to extend grace and understanding to those around us. When we practice patience in our interactions, we create an environment where love can flourish. Instead of reacting impulsively, we can take a moment to listen and empathize. This practice not only strengthens our relationships, but also aligns us with Mary's mission of peace and unity. Finally, let's not forget that patience is a form of love. When we wait for someone, when we give them the time they need, we are demonstrating a profound level of care and commitment. Mary embodies this love, teaching us that true strength is often found in our ability to be patient, not just with ourselves, but with others. By channeling her patience, we can foster a spirit of understanding that can bridge divides and heal wounds. Prayer is our most powerful weapon in times of uncertainty. It's a direct line to the divine, a way for us to communicate our fears, hopes, and desires. When we pray, we are not just asking for help. We are opening our hearts and minds to receive guidance and strength. The Virgin Mary exemplifies this connection to the divine. She teaches us that prayer is both a refuge and a source of empowerment. In many ways, prayer serves as a reminder of our shared humanity. As we lift our voices in prayer, we come together as a community, united in our hopes for peace and security. Each prayer is a thread in a larger tapestry of faith, weaving together our individual desires into a collective plea for divine intervention. This unity becomes especially important in times of crisis, when fear and division threaten to pull us apart. By praying together, we create a bond that can withstand even the toughest storms. Moreover, the act of praying can transform our perspective. When we focus on our anxieties, they can easily consume us. However, through prayer, we shift our attention from our worries to the possibilities that lie ahead. It's a beautiful way of reminding ourselves that we are not alone in our struggles. The Virgin Mary, in her role as our intercessor, encourages us to lean into our faith and trust that we are supported by something greater than ourselves. Let's not overlook the impact of communal prayer. When we gather with others to pray, we amplify our intentions. There is a unique energy that comes from a group of people united in purpose, and this collective energy can create waves of change. Whether through organized prayer events, small gatherings, or even virtual connections, the power of community prayer can be a force for good in the world. It ignites hope, and fosters a sense of solidarity among those who are suffering or in need. Finally, prayer is not just about asking for help, it's also about gratitude. In our prayers, we can express appreciation for the blessings we have, no matter how small. This practice of gratitude can shift our mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. The Virgin Mary teaches us that even in difficult times, there is always something to be thankful for. This perspective encourages us to celebrate the good amidst the chaos, reminding us that hope and light can be found even in the darkest moments. In the spirit of the Virgin Mary, we are reminded of the importance of compassion in our daily lives. Compassion is more than just sympathy. It's an active response to the suffering of others. It's about rolling up our sleeves and getting involved, whether that means offering a listening ear or stepping in to help those in need. In a world that often feels disconnected, our ability to practice compassion is vital in fostering a sense of community and belonging. When we think about the struggles faced by those in regions of conflict, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. There are so many people in distress, and the problems can seem insurmountable. However, Mary encourages us to take a step back and remember that every small act of kindness counts. We can't solve every issue, but we can make a difference in our own circles. By extending compassion to those around us, we create ripples of kindness that can spread far and wide. Moreover, compassion invites us to confront our own biases and assumptions. It challenges us to see the humanity in everyone, regardless of their background or circumstances. When we approach others with an open heart, we break down barriers and build bridges instead. This is especially important in today's world, where divisions often run deep. By embodying Mary's compassion, we can contribute to a culture of understanding and acceptance. In practical terms, compassion can manifest in many ways. It might mean volunteering at a local shelter, supporting a friend going through a tough time, or simply being present for someone who needs to talk. Each of these actions, no matter how small, sends a powerful message that we care and that we are willing to stand by those who are suffering. Mary's example encourages us to be proactive in our compassion, to seek out those who are hurting and offer our support. Finally, let's remember that compassion is a two-way street. While we are called to help others, we must also allow ourselves to receive compassion when we need it. Mary embodies this balance, showing us that it's okay to seek help and support. By embracing both giving and receiving, we create a more compassionate world where everyone feels valued and supported. The strength of community cannot be overstated, especially in times of crisis. The Virgin Mary has always emphasized the importance of unity among her followers. When we come together as a community, we create a support system that can help us weather even the fiercest storms. It's in these moments of collaboration that we find resilience and hope. Communities built on mutual support reflect the teachings of Mary, who encouraged love and compassion among all people. When we look out for one another, we reinforce the idea that we are all part of a larger family. This sense of belonging is crucial, particularly for those who may feel isolated or alone. By fostering connections within our communities, we can create an environment where everyone feels valued and supported. In practical terms, building a strong community involves active participation. Whether it's through volunteer work, attending local events, or simply reaching out to a neighbor, there are countless ways to engage with those around us. When we take the time to invest in our communities, we not only strengthen our bonds, but also cultivate a sense of purpose and fulfillment in our lives. Mary's teachings inspire us to be proactive in our efforts to uplift one another. Moreover, community strength is amplified through diversity. Every individual brings unique experiences and perspectives to the table, enriching our collective understanding. By embracing this diversity, we can learn from one another and grow together. Mary's message of inclusivity serves as a reminder that everyone deserves love and acceptance, regardless of their background. When we honor this diversity, we create a vibrant tapestry of humanity that reflects the beauty of creation. Finally, let's not forget that a strong community is a source of hope. In difficult times, it's easy to feel disheartened and overwhelmed. However, when we lean on one another, we are reminded that we are not alone in our struggles. Mary's example teaches us that together, we can find strength in faith, love, and support. By fostering a sense of community, we can stand resilient against the challenges life throws our way. The light of hope. Hope is a powerful force, and the Virgin Mary embodies this ideal in every aspect of her life. She reminds us that even in the face of adversity, there is always a glimmer of light to guide us through the darkness. This is an essential message for our times, where uncertainty and fear often cloud our vision. By embracing hope, we nurture our spirits and cultivate a sense of purpose that can propel us forward. At its core, hope is about possibilities. It encourages us to envision a brighter future, even when the present feels bleak. When we hold on to hope, we are better equipped to navigate challenges, for we understand that change is possible. Mary's unwavering faith in God's plan serves as a reminder that even in our most trying moments, there is a path toward healing and restoration. Moreover, hope is contagious. When we share our hopes and dreams with others, we inspire them to do the same. This ### the power of hope and love. In the midst of challenges, we often find ourselves grasping for hope. It's a natural response to want to see the light at the end of the tunnel, especially when the going gets tough. The teachings of the Virgin Mary remind us that hope and love are not just feelings. They are powerful forces that can transform our reality. When we look around at the turmoil in the world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But Mary's example shows us that even in the darkest times, there is always a glimmer of hope to be found. It's important to remember that hope isn't about ignoring the difficulties we face. Rather, it's about acknowledging them while still believing in a brighter future. Mary faced her own trials, yet she remained steadfast in her faith. She teaches us that the journey through hardship can lead to profound growth and understanding. Our ability to hold on to hope in challenging times not only uplifts our spirits, but also inspires those around us to do the same. As we navigate the uncertainties of life, prayer becomes our ally in nurturing this hope. When we pray, we are not just asking for help. We are acknowledging our vulnerabilities and inviting divine assistance into our lives. This act of surrender can be incredibly empowering. It allows us to release our fears and trust that we are not alone in our struggles. The Virgin Mary, as our intercessor, guides us in this process, helping us to cultivate a hopeful heart. Moreover, fostering a sense of community around hope can amplify its effects. When we come together to share our hopes and dreams, we create a supportive environment where everyone feels valued and heard. This communal aspect of hope is essential in times of crisis. By encouraging one another and embracing our shared humanity, we can build a network of support that bolsters our collective spirit. In essence, hope and love are intertwined. While hope gives us the strength to persevere, love is the driving force that compels us to reach out to others. The teachings of the Virgin Mary remind us that love is not simply an emotion, but a commitment to act in ways that uplift and support one another. In the face of adversity, let us carry forward this legacy of love, allowing it to shape our actions and guide our hearts. ### the role of prayer in times of crisis. When it comes to facing the trials of life, prayer holds a significant place in our hearts and minds. It is more than just a ritual. It is a profound connection to something greater than ourselves. In moments of uncertainty and fear, turning to prayer can bring solace and clarity. The act of praying is not only a way to ask for help, but also an opportunity to reflect on our situation and seek guidance from the divine. The Virgin Mary, as our spiritual mother, exemplifies the power of prayer. Her life was marked by moments of deep contemplation and reliance on God. By following her example, we learn that prayer can be a source of strength and comfort. It helps us to center ourselves, providing a sense of peace amid the chaos surrounding us. In times of crisis, when the world feels like it's spiraling out of control, prayer can anchor us, reminding us of our faith and purpose. Moreover, prayer acts as a communal bond, uniting us in our shared experiences and aspirations. When we gather to pray, whether physically or virtually, we create a space where collective intentions can flourish. This unity is powerful. It reinforces our sense of belonging and reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles. The act of praying together fosters a spirit of solidarity, encouraging us to support one another on our journeys. In addition, prayer is a means of expressing gratitude. While it is natural to focus on our needs during difficult times, taking a moment to acknowledge our blessings can shift our perspective. The Virgin Mary teaches us that gratitude is a vital aspect of prayer, helping us to recognize the goodness that exists even amidst adversity. This practice can elevate our spirits and inspire us to approach challenges with a more positive mindset. Ultimately, the role of prayer in times of crisis cannot be overstated. It serves as a lifeline, connecting us to the divine while also strengthening our bonds with one another. As we navigate the uncertainties of life, let us remember to turn to prayer, not just as a means of seeking help, but as a way to cultivate hope, foster community, and express gratitude for the love that surrounds us. Strengthening community bonds. In challenging times, the importance of community cannot be overstated. We are inherently social beings, and our connections with others play a crucial role in our well-being. The teachings of the Virgin Mary remind us of the significance of nurturing these bonds, especially when faced with adversity. By coming together as a community, we can create a support system that uplifts and strengthens each member, fostering resilience and hope. Building strong community bonds begins with empathy and understanding. When we take the time to listen to one another's stories, we cultivate a deeper sense of connection. Each person has their struggles, and by sharing our experiences, we create an environment where vulnerability is welcomed. The Virgin Mary exemplifies this spirit of compassion, teaching us to embrace others with love and kindness, regardless of their circumstances. Moreover, fostering community bonds requires active participation. It is not enough to simply acknowledge our connections. We must also engage with one another. This can take many forms, from organizing local gatherings to volunteering for community service. When we work together toward a common goal, we not only strengthen our relationships, but also create a positive impact in the world around us. The teachings of Mary encourage us to be proactive in our communities, promoting a sense of belonging and unity. In addition, celebrating our shared values and traditions can further enhance our community bonds. Whether through religious observances, cultural events, or simply coming together for meals, these gatherings create opportunities for connection and joy. They remind us of our shared humanity and the importance of supporting one another through thick and thin. The Virgin Mary, as a symbol of love and unity, inspires us to celebrate these moments of togetherness, reinforcing our commitment to one another. Lastly, let us not forget the power of prayer in strengthening community bonds. When we pray together, we create a sacred space where our intentions can align. This collective act of faith serves to unite us, reminding us that we are all part of something greater than ourselves. As we lift our voices in prayer, we invite the spirit of love and compassion into our community, fostering an environment where everyone feels valued and supported. Embracing the call to action. As we reflect on the teachings of the Virgin Mary, we are reminded that faith is not passive. It calls us to action. In times of conflict and uncertainty, we must embrace our role as agents of change. This can feel daunting, especially when the challenges seem insurmountable. But Mary's example shows us that every small action can create a ripple effect of love and hope. Taking action begins with awareness. We must educate ourselves about the issues facing our communities and the world at large. Understanding the struggles of others allows us to respond with empathy and compassion. The Virgin Mary teaches us to open our hearts to those in need, reminding us that we are all interconnected. By acknowledging the pain and suffering of others, we can begin to take meaningful steps toward making a difference. Moreover, our actions can manifest in various forms, from volunteering our time to advocating for social justice. Each of us has unique gifts and talents that can contribute to the greater good. The teachings of Mary encourage us to use these gifts to uplift others and create positive change. Whether it's through acts of kindness, community service, or simply being a listening ear, our actions have the power to transform lives. In addition, we must recognize the importance of perseverance. Change often takes time, and the journey can be filled with setbacks and challenges. However, the Virgin Mary serves as a reminder that resilience is key. She faced her own trials with grace and steadfastness, teaching us that we must stay committed to our cause, even when the going gets tough. By maintaining our focus and determination, we can inspire others to join us in our efforts. Lastly, let us remember that every action, no matter how small, contributes to the larger tapestry of change. The Virgin Mary exemplifies this truth. Her life was marked by humble acts of service and unwavering love. As we embrace our call to action, let us strive to embody this spirit, recognizing that together we can create a more just and compassionate world. The transformative power of love. As we navigate the complexities of life, love emerges as a transformative force capable of overcoming even the greatest obstacles. The teachings of the Virgin Mary remind us that love is not merely a feeling, it is an active choice we make every day. In times of uncertainty and conflict, embracing love can lead to healing and reconciliation, fostering a sense of unity among us. Love begins with understanding and acceptance. When we approach others with an open heart, we create a space where compassion can flourish. The Virgin Mary exemplifies this acceptance, embracing all people regardless of their background or circumstances. In a world often filled with division and strife, love calls us to bridge the gaps that separate us, reminding us of our shared humanity. Moreover, love compels us to act. It inspires us to reach out to those who are hurting, offering support and kindness. The teachings of Mary encourage us to be proactive in our love, seeking opportunities to serve others and alleviate their suffering. This can take many forms, from simple acts of kindness to larger initiatives aimed at addressing systemic injustices. In every action, love has the power to transform lives and create lasting change. In addition, love fosters resilience. When we face challenges, the support of those we love can be a source of strength. The Virgin Mary teaches us that love is a protective force, helping us to navigate the storms of life with grace and courage. By surrounding ourselves with loving relationships, we build a network of support that bolsters our spirits and encourages us to keep moving forward. As we reflect on the profound connection we have with the Virgin Mary, it's essential to remember her unwavering strength and compassion in turbulent times. Imagine her watching over us, guiding our hearts and minds, especially as we navigate through challenging moments ahead. There are regions that may face great confrontations, and it's in these times of uncertainty that we must lean into our faith. Think about it. When was the last time you felt that comforting presence, that whisper of peace amid chaos? It's as if she's urging us to come together, to pray, and to seek protection not just for ourselves, but for our loved ones and the world around us. What if we made a commitment to unite in prayer? Can you envision the power of so many voices lifted in hope? Let's not forget the strength we find in community. Each prayer, each thought shared, creates a ripple of light that can pierce through the darkness. So, as we move forward, let's keep this spirit alive. How can you contribute to this collective strength? What actions can we take today to honor her legacy and safeguard our future? Remember, we are not alone. We have each other and the guiding light of the Virgin Mary. Stay vigilant, stay hopeful, and keep that faith burning bright.